Okay, so I'm here at rentalmeter.com. I'm going to show you guys just how easy it is to use this to analyze the rental rates in an area or for a specific property. So I have picked a random address off of Redfin. I'm not buying this property. I don't own it, but let's just enter it in here. So once actually, you can enter a specific address if you're looking at a specific property, or if you're just looking in a neighborhood or in a particular zip code, you can also enter that in instead, or just search a city. But I'm going to use the address search. So I put the address in here. Next, it asks you for the rent amount. I'm going to skip that because I'm really looking to this site to tell me the average rent amount. So you could fill that in if you wanted to, but you don't have to. Next, I'm going to fill in the beds and baths. And so it has 4 bedrooms. This particular property I'm looking at has 4 bedrooms and 2.5 baths. Once I have that information in, I usually just go ahead and click analyze address. I mean, you can fill this stuff in if you want it to go back 48 months or whatever. I am just going to go with a year. I'm going to leave everything else the same. And then you click analyze address. And literally within seconds, it gives you the average rental rates in that particular area. So as you can see, it gives you these numbers, right? But then if you want a more in-depth look at like the history of the rental rates in that area and the different properties that it's comparing and analyzing to give you this number, that's where the Pro Report comes in. So I'm going to click on Pro Report, and it's going to process, and then it's going to open up the screen. So as you can see, this is the example property I'm using. If you scroll down, you see the different charts on average rent by bedroom type, the historical trends, statistics. But then when you scroll down, this is my favorite part because it shows you literally like different properties within like a 2 mile radius and how much they're renting for. Because remember, they're showing you an average up here, right? But how are they getting that average? That's where you can really see, okay, the houses that have 1.5 bathrooms versus a house that has 3 bathrooms, how does that rent differ? Because of course you see an average, but when you look at the particular property that you are thinking about buying, or if you're looking at the property that you're living in, thinking about turning it into a rental property, you want to compare it to properties that are most similar, right? You want to look at what rental prices are people charging for properties that are the most similar to the one that you're considering renting. So that's where you get all these details here is with the Pro Report. So like I told you guys, it literally takes seconds. This is one of the first things I do when I'm looking at a particular property or looking in a particular city. I'm going to Rental Meter, putting in that address, putting in the zip code or whatever, and seeing, okay, is this going to make sense? And of course, there are other things you have to analyze too, but this is a good first step just so you can see how is it going to compare and what is the potential rental income. So for this particular property that we're using it as an example, the mortgage payment on this property would be about $900, right? If you buy it as a rental property. So, $900 a month mortgage payment, of course, there may be other expenses, right? But making $1,600 a month or $1,700 a month with a $900 mortgage payment, not bad, right? Not bad. So, of course, like I said, you have to make sure that you are doing what's best for you and your financial goals. But this is a great first step and super, super easy way to get those numbers. So, go to rentalmeter.com and try it out for yourself.